This is Rob Tebbutt for Boxing Social. Delighted to be joined by Lou DiBELLA. We're here at the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury media leg. We're in London. How are you, Lou?
I'm good. Good to be in London.
So, what do we see here today? A bit of a spicy start to the press tour.
This is going to be a spicy press tour. It's going to be a spicy promotion because it's a spicy friggin' fight. I'm really looking forward to this fight. I think not only as a promoter, as a fan. You know, I've been around Deontay for a long time, and he's been waiting for an opportunity to have a defining fight, to get in there with another guy who's a real champion. And Fury's a champion, man. He's a linear heavyweight champion. He's never lost in the ring. You know, most of the obstacles that Tyson's had to overcome in recent years haven't been another guy in the ring. It's been himself. And that's also, by the way, why I find him so dangerous right now. I think right now you have a Tyson Fury who's healthier mentally, you know, healthier physically, looks better in terms of his weight and his conditioning than I've seen him look in years. I think he's at the top of his game. I think he's at his most dangerous. I'm not getting lulled by this, so Tyson's been off for a while and he's only had a couple of fights and this is too quick. Too quick for what? I think Tyson has to learn how to fight. He knows how to fight. He's one of the best boxing heavyweights in the division and one of the best boxing heavyweights in years. I mean, literally, he's incredibly fleet of foot for a huge, immensely big man. This is a tremendous clash of styles. You know, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, the BC champion, the giant puncher, the guy that's knocked out everyone he's ever faced in the ring, against the guy who, you know, despite his giant size and Fury, is probably the most awkward and the purest boxer that's been a champion in the heavyweight division in a long, long time. So I think this is a very big test. But I think it's a test Deontay's going to pass, and it's going to give Deontay Wilder the opportunity to get out there and say what he already believes. I am the best. I've beaten the best. I'm the man. The winner of December 1 is going to have a right to say, we have supremacy. You know, I have supremacy in the heavyweight division until proven otherwise. And then those other guys out there that say they want to fight anybody, they're going to have to put up or shut up after December 1.
That was one hell of an opening gambit there, Lou. Well done. You've done this before.
I've a couple of times. I've had these in my face before, yes.
Tell me about this fight being made for Los Angeles. A lot of talk initially was about it being in Las Vegas or New York. It's ended up at the Staples Center. Great venue, but not what everybody was expecting. How did we end up in LA?
I mean, some of it has to do with the availability of buildings and stuff like that. But there's no question, too, with two guys that are have the pizzazz of both, you know, that Wilder and Fury undeniably have. These guys are charismatic guys. They're guys that are big. They're big men physically, but they're also big presences. You know, they're big talkers. They're big self-promoters. Having this happen in Hollywood, sort of appropriate. This is sort of like a made-for-Hollywood fight. You know, both of these are two colorful guys. Two guys with tremendous promotability and marketability. And two men that really want to be the best. That's why this is happening. They want to be fighting each other right now. I've said this many times, I'm going to say it again. Making a prize fight is not rocket scientry. You know, you're not solving the problems of the Middle East. You're not writing history. You're making a business deal to make a fight. It's pretty simple. When both fighters say to their teams, go out there, I want to fight this man next, the deal happens. Once Fury and Frank came to Frank Warren and said, I want Wilder now, and Frank made that phone call to Shelley Finkel to say Fury wants to fight now, this fight happened. It wasn't any great, horrible, extended, protracted negotiations. It wasn't name calling. There wasn't social media back and forth and all the BS of people attacking each other and calling people by disrespectful names and doing. No, very quickly a deal was made. And then all these people are out there going, oh, it's not really going to happen. Oh, they're just saying it's going to happen. Well, here we are. And look at this room. It's going to happen. December 1 fight fans in the world of boxing and the sports world are going to be the beneficiaries of the fact this is going to happen.
Now, we're dancing around it a little bit. You're talking about Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua. That fight didn't happen. This fight is
because they didn't want it, man. They didn't want it. When they want it, it'll happen. And by the way, until they want it, and well, first of all, I'm not talking about those guys Look, I'll do other business with Eddie. I have Tevin Farmer fighting on DAZN. He's fighting Tennyson on the show on October 20th in Boston, and I'll see Eddie there. I have Sergey Derevyanchenko fighting October 27th against Danny Jacobs. So I'll do business with Eddie, and I'll talk to Eddie, but I'm not talking to Eddie about anything going on in the heavyweight division. We got a big fight on December 1. It's Wilder and Fury. Last time I looked, the other guy's got nothing to do with it. He's going to be in watching it like everybody else.
So you can make Tevin Farmer versus James Tennyson. You can make Sergey Derevyanchenko versus Daniel Jacobs, but you can't make Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. Why not?
Because Anthony Joshua didn't want it. He got offered what he asked for in terms of the money, and he didn't take it. Then we were willing to accept. Shelley spent God knows how long trying to make that deal. And then, we offered to accept what he was willing to pay, and it still didn't happen. You need two willing parties. You can't dance with someone who doesn't want to dance with you, and you can't fight someone that doesn't want to fight you. Wilder wants to fight Fury. Fury wants to fight Wilder. They want to unify their championships. Fury wants to unify his linear championship with Deontay's BC championship. Those two guys want to prove that they're not waiting around to be someone else's opponent, that they are the man in the heavyweight division. So they're fighting each other. That's how you do it. And you say, if you want to make a fight, you tell your team, make the fight happens. That's what happened here. Deontay Wilder wanted Fury, Fury wanted Wilder, the deal happened. The winner of that fight on December 1, who I think is going to be Deontay Wilder, I'm sure the winner of the fight on December 1 will wind up fighting Anthony Joshua at some point, but it's going to have to be a willing Anthony Joshua with a team around him looking to make a deal. And I'm not talking again about those guys until after December 1.
Can we just talk about him just for one more question?
Go ahead, one more question.
If you were Eddie
Twist
Hearn,
my arm.
If you were Eddie Hearn, would you put Anthony Joshua in the ring with Deontay Wilder?
No.
Why not?
I mean, well, first of all, I certainly wouldn't have done it right as I was launching a new. He just announced his deal with DAZN. I didn't expect him to make the deal, and he didn't. He was just about to launch DAZN. Joshua obviously can continue to ride the gravy chain and beat guys that don't present the kind of challenge that a Wilder or a Fury present. He can fight guys and make a lot of money without fighting those kind of guys. So it didn't surprise me that it didn't happen. But you know what? If it's not going to happen, just either say we're not going to do it right now or shut your mouth. Don't engage in all this nastiness and BS and diatribes of sort of fiction. I mean, the fight didn't happen because they weren't ready to make the fight happen. Here's the reality, and the reality serves the interests of boxing fans and the sports world and the boxing world really well. On December 1, Deontay Wilder is fighting Tyson Fury. Two of the best heavyweights in the world are fighting each other, and the winner is going to emerge as something bigger than they are right now. And that's what big-time boxing is all about.
Okay, well, Lou DiBELLA, thanks very much for speaking to Boxing Social. Look forward to catching up with you soon. If not before, I will see you in Los Angeles.
Look forward to it. Thank you.
Thanks, Lou.